the
Hello,
best part
Kicking
is we can let
YouTube.
Ebso try as Essel.
Well,
Alyssa.
anywho, hi,
Not
Kicking
our
YouTube.
food.
Welcome to episode 90. Elvin. 90. Elvin. Of the Slayer 7.
97.
Oh, we're not on this map anymore. We're on this map when it decides to load.
Dimension.
Helps if I don't load Andreas.
That sound is good. Yeah,
What?
yeah, it does. Two different tool sets. My
So I
guy.
kind of just put people where I thought everyone would be. Tibbers is probably out in the garden. Alyssa and Cecile are in one bedroom. Amir is in his bedroom. And Nyla's probably wandering around or in their bedroom. Idrun and Alita probably currently sharing a bedroom. DC's probably down in the foyer on a couch drawing. Because, yeah.
Yeah, most of the party's not. I mean, they're slightly
Fuck.
tapped, but not
Mm-hmm.
as tapped as.
There's a lot. Basically, you guys came into the Magic Mansion. A lot of people declared that they were going to go off to their rooms at least to get some sort of rest. Actually, no, Nyla's not in her room. Nyla came out because Nyla was going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Screen.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Because Nyla found something at the end of the very last, at the end of the last session.
I found a black diamond that used to be a simulacrum. Thank you. The word I can't pronounce.
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum.
Why
Hey,
is all the rum gone? You just said there's a lack of rum. Anywho. Yeah, also from last time, we calculated a little bit of stuff with that last and final round before Takesis was dropped. The party did not do a total of 522 damage. No. They did a whopping total of 645 damage.
Okay.
Boom, baby.
The leader of said attacking was Alyssa at a whopping 116, but then Cecile behind at 205, 216. I say 116, 216. Cecile behind at 205.
Yeah.
And then it went Hydrun, DC, and Tibbers. Only because of the saves.
Short, yeah, long story short, forgot that my weapon crits on a 19, meaning crit damage, and then with a crit, I get an extra bonus attack. And then being a barbarian, there's a lovely thing called brutal critical, so I was missing like 6d12s of damage. Because both hits on Takesis were 19, so they were both crits for my character. So Tim had me roll all of that out to come to a whopping 205.
Yeah, and considering that we first calculated it out at 82, that felt really low.
Yeah. And then I went, oh wait, I forgot it.
I started getting messages of, you got to look back at the game log. I forgot things. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
well,
so we got that all
mitigated. I was
mitigated.
in a different body, essentially.
Yeah.
So
yeah, everybody rushed in. I know Amir went straight to bedroom. Cecile and Alyssa are in bedroom.
Actually, that makes it fit more to Cecile walking into that moonbeam, because that last hit would have been walking in and slamming the axe down on Takesis.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that tracks. But now it's nap time.
Yeah, for those that are not currently unconscious, what do you guys do while you're in here besides say does anything happen other than you alerting Alyssa to the black diamond, or do you let everybody sleep first?
I think Nyla let Alyssa and Hydrun, because she's screaming for both.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mainly for
Yeah.
Alyssa and Hydroon because she was kind of in that like holy crap, I found something. I think it's the only two that she actually told. The others she left asleep. After she told those two, what she did manage to do afterwards is she went into the library section. She went into another room that transported into a or not teleported, but transformed into a library.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to go do some research before she went to sleep about simulacrums and more about stuff that could aid or figure out more research wise.
Okay.
And it was
So
discussed trying to see if Hydroon could pull Kirk out of the pocket
pocket.
dimension since the horn's not going.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Maybe step outside the mansion to do that. I don't know.
Well, we'll do it when we're safe, when we know we're safe for now.
Oh, we
don't
are
wanna-
in the mansion.
Mhm.
It's the whole pulling a pocket dimension out of a pocket dimension that might be sketchy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It could be as
With-
simple as
with my
Hydroon
knowledge
opens
of-
door
With my
and opens
knowledge
door outside.
like arcane net, would I be able to think like, would this be a good idea? Do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, Arcana check. I'll even give you advantage on it if you need it.
I'll go for that second roll for the advantage.
It's not
19.
bad.
Oh, I forgot. I had the +8. I just saw the die.
I would
I was
personally
looking at the
consider
die
it
and not the actual overall outcome.
not that like hidden knowledge. Like that's pretty common knowledge that the knowledge of don't open a bag of holding in a bag
Bag
of
of
holding.
holding, bag of holding in a bag of holding is a bad idea.
Which
Bag of
is
holding
pretty
and bag of
universal.
holding is a universal. I did do research over the last week on summoning portals within portals. Because the magic mansion technically exists in the ethereal plane.
Okay.
And Hydroon's little pocket dimension exists in the demonic plane.
It's a demi-plane.
As a
It's between
demi-plane.
the planes.
Yep. It can happen just fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just know that I have had people do. I was part of the people that did open
But
a bag
the
of holding in a.
but a bag of
It was
holding
bad.
put inside of a bag of holding, their pocket dimensions exist in the same point of
You get black hole.
it was split essentially, yes, because essentially both of the insides of the bag of holding exist into the same plane. So trying to put a plane inside of a plane that's exactly the same plane is basically just folding the little universes in on itself.
We might have
It's
made some
literally-
questionable life
it's
choices
an
with a
implosion.
portable hole and a bag
Yes.
of holding once in 3.5, and that was
Yes,
it did good
Fun.
things, but was sketchy.
yes. Because
Okay, so-
there was an article that explained it. It was they took real life quantum physics, and it was like technically bags of holding are little pocket universes where wherever the items are stored, it all exists in the exact same point in space. So all of the world's bag of holdings, they're just on some distant void nothingness, but all sitting on top of a table in the same table in the void of nothingness. It's just the difference is the going through the ethereal plane, it like marks it to your stuff, like it pings it to the person who owns the bag. But if you try to put a bag of holding, you're basically trying to put the exact same table on top of a table, but you only have one of the table. So how do you make the universe force you to put a table on top of a table when it's the exact same table? You get the infinite the infinite
It
spin.
creates a paradox.
Yes. And which is why it says in the rules that it implodes the universe and everything dies. You create a black hole.
Yep.
Mhm.
But to open a
A
pocket,
demi-plane in here.
yes, because the existing planes are on two different areas. You basically just open in a door between the portal, between the planes.
Yeah.
Cool. So
So-
yeah, you can just pop Kirk out in the mansion.
Yeah.
I looked it up
Like,
because as soon as it came up, like, oh, they got to release Kirk. I'm like, can they release Kirk inside of the Magic Mansion? But I looked up the specifics and the Reddits and the videos and the super duper lore people that are like, I'm gonna use science in a make believe game, and I was like, yeah, you can. Came out easy.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of just go down the main area here. And
Oh, there's not a chance Alita's leaving you alone.
yeah, I know that.
Probably at the hip.
Like, where are you going?
These two I know are staying right up there.
Oh yeah. No, I'm out cold.
Yeah, you're out.
The
And
missile is EP.
Alyssa ain't leaving Cecile's side.
Amir is locked in his room and it's just quiet.
So you
So
open
it's pretty
your
much just the two. Yeah. So I'm opening demi-plane. And
oh, do I still
I'm
have that
opening
card?
specifically to the one Kirk is in because if I don't specify that, it just opens up a door to another demi-plane.
Mhm.
Let's go get Kirk. Oh shit! I forgot to specify when I was in my thought process for that spell. Shit.
Oh, Kirk hasn't been in the mansion, has he?
Mm-mm. But he used to have one of his own similar. He used to have a similar one of his own. He ended up destroying it. I forget what he had to do. He destroyed it for something for the party.
Hmm.
Because his was like in the form of like a clockwork orb that he
Hmm.
can just
Gotcha.
ping it and it will summon a door kind of deal.
Did you have to drop a building on someone?
But he had to, well, if he used it as a weapon and destroyed it, it was basically an instant kill, but it got the party out.
Yeah. Anyway.
So you open up the portal, and after a few seconds, Kirk slowly steps out. Other than the fact that it looks like he's wearing new clothes, like he conjured up some new clothing and whatnot. Some nice robes and whatnot. For a split second, he lets all four of his wings pop out, stretch, and then curl back. But he has a look on his face as he kind of just like stares at you guys and takes a breath and
What's up?
well, y'all have been busy.
Yeah. Yeah. We're still technically in the Well of Dragons if you step outside those doors.
Oh, I know very well where you guys are at.
Hmm.
And like kind of like the look he gives you. Ooh, give me an insight.
Oh, he's been scrying. 18.
Yeah, he's got a plethora of new spells, including the ability to scry.
Hmm.
So even though he was in the demi-plane, he was still capable of following.
Oh, I actually
Not
have scrying,
in-
so I would actually kind of kind of get that hint off of him, wouldn't I? I'm like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you have scrying as well, then yeah, you'd have that. Like he's like, oh, you're trying to explain, and he's just like, I know exactly where you are. I know exactly where we all are, and you're just like,
and that
okay.
just those two alone, it's just like, you were scrying. I get it.
A lot easier to do when you don't have a piece of armor that's trying to drill into your chest. A lot easier to do.
Fair enough.
I take it Amir and Cecile are in their rooms.
Yes, and Alyssa is with Cecile.
Probably for the best.
That look.
That was fucking great.
God. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. Kirk stands there like with arms crossed. He looks a little somewhere between worried and disappointed.
What's to look for, Kirk?
Let's just say it was probably a good thing I was not in your last encounter.
Why?
He like wanders over to find a seat. You
I
really
don't
need
think
to
it was actually explained in character to.
No, I
was
explained
it?
it after the fact. It was
Okay.
not explained in character in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
He like plops onto the couch a little bit. He's like, "Oh, you really need to furnish that demi plane. Sitting on the floor for that long wasn't the most comfortable."
I don't
But hey,
get an option of what's in there other than if it's stone or wood.
fair.
Trust me, if I could furnish one of those, I so would. Quick getaway. Anytime. Be great.
But to answer your question, requires a little bit of background. There was approximately 50 or some years ago,
Okay.
give or take, there was a deal that was made.
Deal between who?
Cecile and the Harpers.
What was the deal?
If the Bloodied ever returned, our job was to put her down permanently.
Okay, but she's back to herself.
And that is probably why I said it was probably a good idea that I wasn't there.
Okay.
Because even now, I have to sit here and weigh the pros and cons of following and not following the portion of that deal. The fact that you were able to exhaust her is a huge thing. Many have tried, all have failed before.
Okay. But she's back. So why is there anything to weigh? There's nothing to worry about.
Yes, there's nothing to worry about now. But any Harper who knew that the Bloodied came back, even for a short time, would have their oaths questioned. And I'm guessing your only other Harper kind of got scared off. But hey, on a better note, if you say she is better and back, then it's had all the more means of celebration. But between you and me, I will probably keep my defenses up until I have a chance to talk to her.
That's a you choice. I have no say in that.
The reason why I take it so seriously, I would have to try to explain 500 years worth of carnage. He pretty much single-handedly decimated the northern half of the Sword Coast. Anyone that took a sword against her was cut down. The amount of bodies she has created could be thrown, piled up on each other and create a mountain. When she was finally convinced to go seek help and spent the 100 years with the giants, and when she finally came back, calmer, new skills, we were excited. But we were also fearful.
After seeing what we saw, I can understand why. And we only saw the briefest moment in comparison.
I still don't know what you guys did to get her to snap out of it. But whatever you did, it worked.
Out of character, the two of you. Should Hydrune say it?
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly right now what got Cecile to snap out of it.
Ooh, please do tell.
Alyssa kissed her.
Sorry, come again?
Alyssa grabbed her and locked lips.
It
And
was
I'm working
kind of
on
cute.
it. And I think I'm working on a drawing right now. It's a work in progress.
Hmm. Good to know, but not for me to repeat. I'll just put that in my notes.
Sorry, Kirk, you're not my type.
But for as long as I've known Cecile, that does explain the awkward tension.
It would also explain why I said Alyssa is up there, and if you were to try to walk in there, you'd probably get a fist to the face.
Oh, don't believe me, I was already warned. But not by any of you.
Yeah, I wouldn't get in the way of two barbarians in love.
Yeah. But their protectors also told me to back away. So I did.
Fair enough. Wait, they're protectors. What?
Yeah.
Hold up. I feel like this is more background information, but of what's going on here, Kirk.
No, they
That we
carry
don't
them
know
with them.
about.
They carry them with them.
The boys?
Oh my.
If you try to scry for long periods of time on Cecile, and in my mistake, I was at the time scrying Alyssa. Their voices rang clear in my head, and I was given enough of an update to understand what was going on.
This is something that Hydrun wouldn't know that they went over to Alyssa. Last she knew is Cecile he got them back in the way of the sword. That's it. Right?
Do you ask that?
No, this is me asking for past clarification.
Yeah.
Okay.
Voice hopped from sword to Alyssa's axis when Cecile became Cecile.
Too much was going on for that to even be a thing to be brought up in character.
So I
Okay.
asked, do you ask in character about why Scry and Alyssa would have caused that?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yes.
That wasn't.
Yeah. So Kirk then explains that when Cecile became the Bloodied, the boys were more or less evicted from the Moonblade. And they went
What
to
do
the
you mean
very
by
next.
evicted?
A Moonblade changes form to fit the wielder.
Okay.
If the wielder is proficient in like rapiers, the Moonblade would change from a longsword to a rapier. In your case, a scythe. In someone else's case, a great axe, and so on and so forth.
Depending on what they're most comfortable and proficient with. Got it.
When the Moonblade changes form and adds a new rune, it becomes a completely different weapon. Sun and Moon were tied to the weapon in that last form. When
so
the
when
Bloodied
it changed
returned,
forms, it kicked them
it
out.
becomes a completely new and different weapon. So rather than just getting kicked out and going back to whatever afterlife they were summoned from, they jump ship to the very next weapon within arm's reach for them. That happened to be.
Which were Alyssa's axes.
Mm-hmm. You should have
Okay,
been able to
caught up
see
on
this. They would have reacted to her blood axes in a very unique way.
Was a little busy with the whole Cecile and Takesis thing.
Fair.
Wasn't really focusing on details of of my sister's weapons. So, yeah. I mean, the observant one sitting over there on the couch probably did, but
I was trying not to get turned into a pancake.
Oh, I think he was referring to DC.
No. My point stands.
What now? I'm focused on something. What?
Cece's drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure.
I mean, the detail-oriented one who likes to draw probably noticed it, but
Yeah, probably.
Not looking too much detail, okay?
okay, so they're now in her axes. Wait, how did you not know what brought her back if you were scrying on us?
Ryan stopped working on Cecile once the Bloodied came out.
I'm surprised scrying worked at all.
Which is why my information on your guys' whereabouts is jumbled and in pieces. I would get a glimpse of here and there of your activities, and then I would get rooted out. Then I would get another glimpse from someone else's perspective, and so on and so forth.
I kind of hold up the Von Bloodworth family crest. This is supposed to stop that from happening at all, even glimpses. And I know a bunch of us are wearing this.
Which is why.
Except not Cecile.
Yeah, there's a couple people not wearing them.
Mm-hmm. Not everybody has one. Or at least not everybody's
Yeah,
been wearing
if-
theirs.
If there are enough gaps in it, it'll, I guess, let somebody in.
I mean,
Mm.
Kirk got bits and pieces. You didn't get a solid picture.
Mm. And that would either be the fact of Kirk's power level or for the fact if he got anything from a scry because of the familiarity he has with the party. An enemy would have a difficulty.
Okay. Any information that we don't know that you'd be privy to share?
Oh, you mean like the ritual is starting and you have like 5 days to end it? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here now.
Okay.
We have approximately 5 days to stop the ritual or Tiamat returns from the hells. But no rush.
Okay. Another quick question for you, Kirk. Do you know how I'm not sure if it was destroyed. I know it's not sounding anymore, but if it isn't, do you know how we can destroy the horn? So it can't start sounding again?
Hit it really hard with something that is not fire.
It really is hard with something that's not fire.
It was
How hard is really hard?
the horn was crafted from a horn, ironically, horn, of an ancient red dragon.
Ancient drag. Okay.
It's tough. For an artifact, it is extremely tough, but it can be destroyed. And in reality, the best way to destroy the horn
Is-
made from a dragon would probably be another full-blooded dragon. Do you know of any full-blooded dragons?
Does it have to be a certain age?
I mean,
The older the better. The older the more powerful.
I mean,
Oh, I mean, we did go and talk to the council.
I
We
I
could
could
possibly
probably
talk.
get quick word out to why am I blanking on her name? The silver dragon that my family line is quite close with.
Ah.
I mean, we did. Alyssa, myself, and Cecile did talk to the council for the Metallic Dragons. So could also talk to them about it.
Oh, you mean Cardos?
Yes.
As I bring up the picture of the Council of Dragons on my
Oh, there's
computer
also
screen.
actually probably an option much closer. A black dragon. That'll probably actually be in the area.
Hmm?
What?
Remember the dragon mask that I had? Remember when we were when we dealt with the you weren't there for that, were you, Kirk?
No.
I had the black dragon mask for a short time. Ended up dealing with a black dragon that was taking. What was the name of that city? I cannot remember for the life of me. Like player-wise, cannot remember.
Oh, you're talking about the Dwarven place
Yes.
near Centauros.
Oh, over by Mithril Hall?
It was Mithril Hall.
Yeah.
We dealt with a black dragon at Mithril Hall. Due to the mask, even while not fully attuned to it, I was able to kind of deal with that. Now I have that dragon's name now.
Like, birth name?
Um,
Oh,
interesting.
that's quite exciting.
Like I they roared back at me when I called out the name as they're flying off.
Are you fluent to Draconic?
I was when I had the mask.
Okay.
Cecile is, but she's taking a nap.
Kirk also is.
Like, if we had the time to, I would love to learn it, but I know that ain't happening in 5 days. Not while dealing with all of this.
No, and
And comprehend languages only work so well if you're touching something that can be read.
unless you use it in combinations with telepathy. You hear Kirk's voice inside your head. If you combine it with someone who is telepathic, you cannot comprehend the spoken word.
Yeah, but I can't speak it. Or would that work too?
If you combine comprehensive language
With
with someone who can project their thoughts from one person to another, then you just end up understanding mentally. You might not know how to speak it, but you can think it.
Okay, so basically, middleman communication.
I don't wanna. Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess
It's
technically
like
that
having
could work.
live translate in your head.
Mhm.
Why exactly do you ask?
You
Do you
hear
have to-
Kirk's voice inside your head. I don't know. It was just a thought. But you realize his beak isn't moving. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
So being dense is just a black art thing. Got it. And Cecile.
That thumbs up.
Can only imagine what Alita is seeing. Just Kirk staring intently at Hydrune, and Hydrune just standing there with not a single thought between her eyes.
But then is sitting there going,
The
so
hamster is
how is
home,
that
but
working?
running.
And Aelita's going, Kirk, why are you replying to just a stare? What are you? And Kirk again, wide-eyed, just staring. And
Personally, I
Aelita's like,
believe with the level of perception and insight Alita has, Alita's put it together faster than Hydrune.
Yeah.
Considering her passive perception and insight are both 21.
yeah, Kirk's telepathic. He has been for a long time.
So you're saying I use the name and we go from there, or I just give you the name?
Oh no, you know the name. You're the only, you were given the name. You're the one that can summon.
Okay.
But if this dragon is fickle and only wants to speak Draconic to you, there's a way
Fair
we
enough.
can go about that.
Okay, fair enough. So
Because some dragons can be fickle, and if they give you their name, you're the only one they're ever going to want to talk to. The rest of the party, every single one of us could know Draconic. They're not going to reply to any of us. It's got to come
Got it.
from you.
okay.
And between
Can't remember. I wish I saw that
between
mess
your
with the
comprehend
screen.
languages and my telepathy and fluency in Draconic, we can get you to speak Draconic pretty well.
Okay, so we can get this to work out for them to go after to deal with the horn for us.
Mhm.
Okay, and maybe help a little with the fighting if we can get that to happen. That's probably less likely, but
When it comes to the chromatics, Tiamat is the chromatic goddess.
yeah. I didn't say specifically fighting Tiamat. I mean like getting to that point.
Fair.
Help with some of the foot soldiers.
Possibly.
Like they might be able to help with a chunk of red wizards or maybe even another dragon or two.
That would require some convincing.
Yes, it would, and that's why I'm saying that's less likely to be a possibility. But at the very least, the horn can be dealt with.
Yeah.
I am without the mask though. I'm probably going to have to find something to be able to convince them with. You do this for us, this for you, type deal.
We can hypothesize, but we would just need to have this conversation with that dragon.
Yeah. And something with brute in its name, I'm not sure that's going to be the easiest thing.
You must have been doing something right before for them to give you their name.
Yeah, I think it was because of the control I managed to get with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I intimidated them somehow. I tried to. I think the mask helped with that, but still. We'll figure that out when we actually get them end up talking to them. But we have bigger things to worry about, like you said, 5 days. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried scrying Takesis thinking that the demi-plane would keep me hidden.
It didn't, did it?
She didn't figure out where I was.
Just that you were in another plane.
She figured out really quickly I am, how would you say, off the leash.
Okay. So she knows she lost the playing card.
Well, he kind of like side glances over at Nyla. 2 playing cards.
Oh, you talking about the simulacrum?
Yeah. You know how hard those things are to create? And to have one just as powerful as she is?
I can believe it.
Only by the sounds of it, this one was just foolish and stuck around a little too long.
Oh, yeah, no. That one didn't get much of a chance to do anything. I thought that bubbling ooze from the corpse was a little odd, even before Nyla found the gem.
Simulacrums can't necessarily die. They just revert back to their basic summoning formulas.
So the crystal and whatever other compounds in that.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
And especially whatever chemicals and whatnot and compounds were used got singed under the moonbeam.
Hence why it was a bubbling ooze.
Yep.
Got it.
Well then, given it seems people have had a chance to rest. If you haven't given yourselves a long rest, apply that now. For questions, hit *2.
Badger,
Star
have
two.
you seen my message?
Huh?
Have you seen my message?
I saw your friend request, but I didn't see a message.
I said Discord too.
The
Or
mother
Discord.
trucker.
Would the long rest have had taken place before or after I brought Kirk out?
After,
Mhm.
probably. Nyla came running in with it's a simulacrum, and the only person more magic knowledge wise is Kirk. Probably is what sparked Hydrun. That and the fact that really the only one tired and beat up at the end of everything was kind of a Cecile.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, people were down a couple spell slots, but
So to
right now
answer
we're in
your
this
question,
because the missile is EP.
to answer your question, Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Once the spell is cast, the mansion stays forever. It is the
Okay.
door that gets summoned or not.
Okay.
I think
The
the
entryway.
mansion
I think you
is
know what
24
I mean,
hours.
though.
Mansion is 24 hours, but I mean, like, if you left something in the mansion, you can go back and get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
It doesn't-
someone?
It doesn't just magically
Oh, no.
reset.
When the mansion goes away, it gets anybody in the mansion gets spit out.
Yeah.
So, the other part of that is what I told you that I can bring in if I make it in downtime.
I'm not sure why we need to.
I'm just saying it'd be funny for my character to do something like that and not tell anyone.
So the Heroes Feast, would that still be active or no?
That lasts 24 hours, so yeah.
24 hours. So yeah, you'd be on the second half of it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we'd gone past that or not for some reason. That's why I was asking.
After that, should I apply that again the next morning?
If you want to refresh it,
Yeah, because otherwise, if
If
you're
you
just
wanna
going to the
refresh
second
it,
half of it, we got roughly 12 hours of it.
'Cause
type
out of-
deal.
yeah.
Otherwise,
because you did it right before y'all rushed into the caves, and then now there's a long rest. So yeah, at least 8 hours plus however long it would have taken, maybe a couple hours for all the sneaking around
So
and
that
stuff
would
like that.
mean what? Another roll, or I would keep the same roll?
no, you roll again
You would roll again.
Okay,
because it's a new application. Jesus.
I figured I'd ask.
I was just thinking the thing I told you would pop out and nowhere while I'm in the middle of the conversation. Like,
If it's
here's something.
considered, it depends on what it is considered based on the spell or the ability.
And-
Because even in Magic Mansions, the things
right,
that are about are ethereal.
right.
Depending on the classification, it will probably get spat out with everybody else after the 24 hours.
Okay. It is an item though.
If it's an item created by the mansion, it doesn't get spit out. If it's something you have that's
Which
actually
I have.
material, it will get spit out with you.
Mm-hmm.
The way I was thinking is creating it in the mansion, and then
If you create it with your own materials, that's one thing. If you have the
one thing?
mansion
Okay.
create it for you,
okay.
then it disappears when the mansion goes away.
No,
Wait,
I'm
if
gonna-
it would it come back if you resummon the mansion again? Or no, is it lost?
Yeah. No, yeah. Like if you used the mansion to create a thing, it goes
Mhm.
away when the mansion goes away, but when the mansion comes back, it's still there. But it can't come out of the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
If you use your own materials to create the thing, that comes with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
So technically, I
suddenly-
can make a. Oh,
Hmm?
sorry. Go ahead.
So let's say that you lost your pair of glasses and you can't find them anywhere in the mansion. You just wait for the 24 hours to kick off and it will get spat out wherever the door was summoned.
It's almost as if I could like also make a like bathrobe or some sort of like a cloak for the
Mhm.
mansion only, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I could just wear it all day.
You just
Mhm.
you just summon it within the mansion and it becomes part of the mansion, but that means that you can't take it out of the mansion.
Badger, I have a question.
Oh, no.
I have an answer.
Can my mansion servants create a fuzzy fur cloak and a crown for the mansion?
To be ready by the next time you summon, yes.
Yes, awesome. Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
Al's face is just disappointed.
Oh no, I was making correlations to a specific story about an emperor in clothes.
In emperor clothes.
so
And
this
emperors
I
case,
in
the emperor-
clothes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You cannot be king of the furries, Brandon.
What if I want to?
Get out.
I shall be king of the permafrost furries.
As long as it's with other
No.
consenting adults, I don't care. It's not my cup of tea, but get your freak on. I don't
The
care.
only thing the king of the furries gets to do is rub the furry wall.
Your perma's hardly the king of the freaks.
all right.
Oh wait, you've never seen
Okay.
you've never watched
Between
Get
the
to
planning and the rest,
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
what I'm talking
approximately 10 hours pass.
Okay.
The tunnel that you guys summoned this door is still empty because of the both ways to enter this part of that hallway. You guys, I don't know, collapsed the ceiling.
Yep.
You guys pretty much blocked out all but one path to where you're at.
The
Mhm.
path that the
the door.
prisoners were being dragged down.
Mhm.
I mean, that's what we were supposed to do, right? Or was that not the plan to?
Oh no. Alyssa collapsed literally everything else. We got
Mhm.
prisoners
Yeah,
out,
no,
but Alyssa.
that's
cut
what I
off
meant.
this
It's like
section.
Alyssa did it, and that's what the original plan was, right? Have Alyssa.
I'm
take
not sure it
every
was
tower
planned, but it
down?
was definitely
Spur of the moment.
done.
There is one
work.
hallway that's available, but it's going to require people to be able to fly to get out.
Yep.
So
in
it pretty
order.
much locks down this part of the
I
of the
mean,
bad guys area secured. So yeah,
Isn't
that
there
at
a
least-
door
that would be a good spot
Seal
to
is
get a hold
watching.
of the dragon.
Mhm.
I'm guessing even though the 10 hours is plenty long for everybody else to rest, it's probably fair to say that Cecile is either still mostly KO'd,
Probably.
if not maybe being a long time enough to So
maybe starting to move.
for an
but still
Eladrin that
kinda out.
meditates half-ass sleep for
For an
only
Eladrin
whopping
that
4 hours
doesn't sleep.
is
Cecile
out.
has only slept.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sleep?
Cecile
What's
has-
that? Elves don't know it.
Right. Cecile has only slept a grand total of 2 times, and one of those times only slept a little bit, and then was woken up because Sledge showed up.
hmm.
The second time, she got hammered and then slept. This time was more or less she was exhausted and just
Physical exhaustion.
Yeah. So any elf types
Mental.
10 hours and to still be unconscious is like an eternity.
Alita's just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Alita's probably worried and then just realizes exactly how much mental, emotional, and physical trauma Cecile just went through and is like, nope, back to the book.
So, probably at some point tops over here. Leaves a couch for you two. I don't know. After 10 hours, does any of you guys come out of your rooms?
Nope.
My feet are on Kirk's lap and just drawing on the book or looking through the book.
That look.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure Alyssa's
I just
not
watched
living
what Timmy
until
did,
Cecile
and
was
I know
awake.
it was zzz.
Yeah, if I had to put money on it,
Zzz.
Alyssa's not doing shit until Cecile is awake.
Where is it?
In there somewhere.
And yeah, I clocked, or at least my mental calculation was 12 hours. It's probably as soon as Cecile's gonna wake up. Like it's the equivalent of like 3 elves like long rests combined.
Yeah.
I mean, she put on a fuck ton of muscle.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the party fully. I think Alyssa had an inkling of what happened, but I don't think the rest of the party knows what Cecile thought happened to the party. I don't think that was public knowledge.
No, it hadn't been explained in character.
Yeah. So Alyssa has an inkling because of the boys. Like, Alyssa's got an idea. Hence the reassurance when Cecile kind of sort of snapped out of it a bit. But the party doesn't know what Cecile thought. Like, I can tell you when Cecile does eventually wake up, it is not a calm wake up.
Or wouldn't expect
BC,
it to be.
It's full of panic.
are you ignoring the look of death you are being given by the Aarakocra?
Yes.
I'm not paying attention at all. I'm reading and writing right now.
Does the 19 hit you?
Yes, 1 over. It does.
Cool. 13 points shocking grasp of damage.
Damn it.
After a
God
couple
damn.
minutes, he just kind of looks straight down at the feet, looks over it, looks down again, looks over, finally, shock, zap.
How did I know you were going
Stop.
shocking grasp?
Cow just got
It's
tasered
one of
by a
those,
bird.
one of the lowest lightning spells I have.
And then he kicks off the feet like, oh, okay, I understand.
I don't even know what's happening with you two. Is this how Eric Hooker flirt? What's happening?
No, this is Eric Crooker annoyed being used as a Hello.
footrest by the walking meat shield.
Mm-hmm.
By the indoor kid.
Yeah.
The indoor kid, yes.
That's okay. Kirk's gonna
That's how
go
I refer to Cece.
up the stairs
Mm-hmm.
and go knocky knock on a particular room.
No response.
Ding dong, elf boy.
Amir, we need to talk.
Oh,
Still no
performance
response.
review time.
He's gonna walk in.
And so Kirk walks in. Amir, he's just sitting on the bed, facing away. He is zoned out. He's kind of playing with a little one of the returning items in between his fingers, and he's just zoned out.
He starts to close the door behind him. Stops about halfway. Slam.
Little bit of a jolt, and he almost reaches for his weapons, but as soon as he sees blue, he stops. And then he just stands up to attention, just like ready to do the report or whatever. He's in work mode. Oh, hey, sorry about that. As he relaxes.
So, I know what happened. I just need to hear it from you. Did you get spooked?
Yes. But before that, I wanted to at least make the attempt to save her. But I was fully ready for the fully ready if the situation called for it.
That is why I said I need to hear it from you, even to go against Remy's orders, direct orders.
I understood. But
Then I am glad to know I'm not the only one who have probably hesitated.
well, given how long I've been working around her, I do remember the original intent was try to get her to snap out of it, rehabilitate. And seeing that she had, and seeing the progress, I didn't want that to potentially go to waste. Because I do
Admirable.
not, as much as I don't want to spend another several hundred years cleaning up, I had to take the risk. But as you're tracking, unexpectedly PTSD kicked in.
Then I have a thought, and I would rather you agree to it so it doesn't have to be given as an order. With your intimate knowledge of what you've seen in these tunnels and your need to probably distance yourself, especially from her for the time being, my suggestion, go back to the meetup and you can guide the reinforcements directly here. You have the most scouted knowledge.
Yeah, that's not a problem. When I do you want me to report the whole truth, or wait until later?
If you are made to give the whole truth, what's left to hide? What is there left to hide?
Yeah. I'm looking at with everything that's going on right now. Do they need to worry about that detail?
No. Let
Fair
that
enough.
be their story to tell.
Fair enough.
If suspicions arise and you are ordered to give details, then I can't stop you.
I'll do what I have to. I'll take whatever punishment is necessary.
No, you won't. Because like I said, if I was there, despite what I might have told them, I probably would have been in the same boat.
Understood.
And I probably would have made the same decision.
Is
I
she
just
up
need to
yet?
make sure. Doesn't sound like it. But note that you have my blessing if you decide to sneak out.
I don't think I can sneak out on this group. It's weird.
I'm sure you could, but
Oh no, I know I have the capability. It's just I know I've been with groups before. I've had friends, mostly coworkers, but there's something up with this group. And I think if I left without saying anything, I would never hear the end of it.
possibly.
But anyways, I have 3 bags of holding worth of stuff that they may or may not need at the moment. One thing he will pull out immediately is the box that contains the Sphere of Annihilation.
Mhm.
And be
What?
like,
What's in the box?
from what one of the rock gnomes mentioned, this is a Sphere of Annihilation.
What? You have one here?
Yeah, I found their treasure room and their special treasure room when I went to
Oops,
go
I
and
found the code to the nukes.
Yep, when I went to go take care of
I found the football.
trying to figure out where the horn was.
Mm-hmm.
And when I realized I was in a position to either fight solo or potentially take care of the horn, I looked for whatever tools. And the two best tools I had was this sphere of annihilation and then a necklace of fireball.
You
I have
didn't
homework.
use.
I have homework to do. Yeah, no, I used the necklace on the horn, which is why it
Oh.
stopped blowing, but it didn't destroy it.
No. It was made out of the horn of a red dragon. It's immune to fire.
Oh, I didn't know that at the time. I'm not proficient with magical items unless they are roguish in nature.
He kind of does the chuckle of looking at the box in his hand of, you could have used this to destroy the horn, and the necklace could have been used to ward off the ritual.
Yeah,
But you
Well,
just said you're not good with magic stuff, which is why I'm going to take this box of the Orb of Annihilation off your hands. Thank you very much.
He's handing it to him really freely, and it's like, and I figured it would be better against more threatening.
You're just kind of like handing him the box, and he like grabs it as if it's like freaking unstable nuke. Like he's like, hey,
As if
hold
it's
it.
old school TNT, old school dynamite.
Yeah.
This could go off at any second. Be
But
very slow and gentle.
My 3 bags of holding of the stuff that I do not own that's in them is stuff from the special room. So I know there's some wands, I know there's potions, poisons, whatever in there. Didn't have time to figure out, so I just grabbed what I could. Hopefully it'll be usable. So yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'll put all that on the table, then say my farewells, but
I will let you do what you need to do then. I will leave you to it. I'm going to attempt to go knock on another door.
best of luck with that. We know how that could go, but I'm glad to have you back.
It's good it's good to be in my own head again.
All right, well, good luck and thank you for snapping me back to reality.
It's all good. So he just kind of like nods and he steps out of the room. He kind of leaves the door open like halfway. It kind of gives you the ability to like not shut yourself in.
I'd say about 30 seconds after Kirk leaves, enough time for you to kind of like shake himself off and just be like, all right, boom, back to business. He then steps out and goes outside to where everyone else is.
Leaving the only people up on the second floor with a gentle rat-a-tat-tat with his talon.
It's after 10 hours.
It's been 10 hours later. And this isn't like a fist knock. This is a little talon tap. Not many people can tap like that.
Barely creaks open the door. What do you want?
You just see like one golden eye with blue feathers. I came to check on the two of you.
She's still out. I'm fucking tired. I hurt everywhere.
Did you not
Alyssa's
sleep?
gonna try to inch out of the door really quietly. And just not even
So like she
not
wiggles
even,
herself
like-
into the hallway.
Yeah. I slept for as long as I could. But my bones. My fucking bones, Kirk. My mind is. What can I help you with?
I need to see what state she is in.
She is Cecile. She
I
is
don't-
not what we faced.
I understand that.
You sure?
You can tell he's trying to find the words to explain himself. I am not here to see on her mental state. I
was
need
talking
to
about her
see.
mental state.
I would like to know if she has, even in her slumber, made a choice.
If you touch her right now, we're gonna have problems.
Alyssa,
will
I
go
have the
ahead.
eyes of a hawk. I literally don't need to touch anyone.
I'm just saying, Kirk, okay, this whole thing is super fucking stressful. And if I'm not mistaken, hearing y'all talk outside 5 days, I am just trying to keep myself together at the moment.
I understand.
And this is the
Then
person I
maybe
love.
you can answer this question.
Okay.
Is on that bed in that room, is that fighter Cecile or barbarian Cecile?
I already told you she is not what we fought down there. She's not what we fought. She is not the barbarian. I already said this.
And then I will see when she awakens. And he kind of just like takes a step back.
Kirk, for what it's worth, I'm so fucking glad you're back.
For someone to transition between classes so abruptly, knowing if she is fighter side or barbarian side will tell me what as a party we are dealing with.
Okay.
I feel we are answering two different questions. And that's okay. For any kind of Elven to be knocked out this long is impressive. But I know somewhere in her unconsciousness, she's going to end up having to make a choice. And I am just curious of which choice she decided to make.
And what will you do if she doesn't make the right choice?
Nothing. The choice is hers and hers alone. Nothing we can do about it. I just like to know who I'm dealing with.
So you can tell your friends?
Nope.
Because I don't want to turn a friend into another enemy.
I have a feeling that there is a little bit of misunderstanding, and that is okay. I will see the choice when she comes forward.
I'm just going to say, regardless of what happens, that's the person I love.
Oh, without a doubt.
And whatever happens,
Which between you and me, when I was told how you got her to snap out of it, that thought would have never have crossed my mind in a million years. So I give you kudos for that one.
well, I'm kind of thick and a little scared am really fucking shy about things that I want. I know I don't really put off that image, but when it comes to people in my life, I'm not really the barbarian, you know? That's all I can really say.
Well,
And
I have
it's the
known.
only thing I could think of to make her see me and not whatever she was saying.
Yeah, you're a softie.
Shut up, Hydroon. You're just as dense as I am.
It's a softie.
Fair enough.
All right. I'm going to let her rest as long as she needs, but not more than another 12 hours, if I can help it. Because by that time, we will have, what, close to 4 days? If I'm doing the math right.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Then do me one favor.
Yeah.
You get some rest.
Yeah.
We're currently down one frontliner. We don't need to lose another one. Not with the fight at hand.
I'm about half here, so we could say we're down 1.5.
It would be better to have a hole, though.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna go back in there.
Okay.
But I stand by what I said. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we got you back finally.
Good to be here.
We would never have let you stay within their grasp. We would have died trying to get you up. We would have done that for any other party member. Hell, we've done it for Nyla. I don't know how many fucking times. We pulled my sister out of the mouth of a fucking mimic that could have easily killed her.
I was hoping we'd forgotten about that.
We would do that for anybody we love and care for as family. So to us, your family. And at the risk of getting more fucking sappy and losing my goddamn mind, I'm gonna go back in there and get some fucking sleep.
All right, you do that. And
Yep.
he takes a few more steps back so you can clearly go back in without interruption.
Yeah.
Edgar wonders. Well, he doesn't go back downstairs. He kind of just like watches from the balcony. All hawk-wise and everything. Listening,
I will,
watching.
I will say, just for Alyssa's uninterruption measure, she's gonna put an alarm on the door when she goes to sleep.
Mm.
Don't fuck with the door. There's a little sign that says, please just stay out.
Just no.
Scribbled on piece of some back of some board with string and from written in like charcoal or something like that.
Please stay out. I love you. Stay out.
The sign just says, just don't.
Just don't.
Well, once it gets back to kind of like a quiet state of, well, we're waiting, Amir's gonna find like a nice big table and he's gonna start unloading his 3 bags of holding of just stuff that he collected. Sorting out, here's wands, here's potions, poisons, whatever, jewels, but just spread it out so that way when it's time to have it examined, divvied up, it could all just be there on display.
All right.
Do you say you're dumping out your bags? Or do I hear the clanking and all of that?
Amir makes it quiet. It's not just like, here, let me dump everything out. Here, it's like, all right, let me just start pulling it out. And you had the normal, like, items just hitting the table like a little clunk, like thud, but not enough
being
where it
set
echoes.
down nicely.
Yes.
And CC being the nosy voice, not the nosy person, but the person that's interested in items, goes like, "Oh, I hear stuff. Let me go over there."
Amir's like sees that and it's like, you know items and stuff, right? You can potentially identify things.
I can, yes.
I have no idea what this shit is.
First, let me open up this book, open up the book, and then say, "Hand me an item, and I'll write it down."
Well, I'm just sorting it out on the table because I have 3 bags of this stuff. So
I know I'm sitting on the other side of the table, just like, "Hand me an item, and I'll write it down."
And then the system starts.
We
Mm-hmm.
the identifying system.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I do have identify as touch.
Which you
Nice.
technically already went over
Yes,
a bit.
yeah, just like not having the mental note, but being like, "Hey, here, I'll write it down, and we'll have a note of what it is."
Yeah.
All
Hopefully,
right.
while we're all
So,
waiting, it's like useful at some point.
All right. So you're
Alyssa
putting.
finally went to sleep. Oh wait, if you want to do the item stuff, do item stuff. I just know we already did some item stuff at the time.
It was
Yeah.
very, very quick. It was the sphere, it was the necklace,
Mm-hmm.
1 potion of poison, and wands, potions of poisons, and whatever. And I stated that I filled my 3 bags of holding with whatever I could. So I don't fully know what even I grabbed. So.
All right, well,
Uh,
let's get.
Yeah, I'll make a list.
So Alyssa stated she's finally gonna go get some sleep. How does Alyssa? How though? It's the question. Because that's gonna affect things.
Does our room have 2 beds in it, or? Because if it doesn't, I'm just gonna lay down next to you.
Are we in your room? Are we in
I
my
went
room?
I went into the same room you went into. So if you went into your room, if you got
Well,
placed into
you guys
the room
carried
by
me
us,
in.
If these are also elegant
Wherever you
rooms, there's
put me.
probably multiple beds, or there's probably like a bed and a couch or something. There's
then we're
plenty
in
of places to
Cecile's
sleep.
room. Then we're in Cecile's room, and I will find a surface to lay down on, whether that's in bed with her, like next to her, still giving enough, space.
So
Flop.
the Eladrin room specifically, because Elf and Alita probably is somewhat similar, but I think Alita likes to be cozier. There isn't really a bed in Cecile's room. There's a very comfy couch, and there's
Then I'll
like
look
a
on the
couple
couch.
chairs. But that's it. So
I'll
wherever
be on
you
the
put
couch.
Cecile in
I'll-
that room.
Shut the fuck up before I rip your hair out. Oh my god. God damn it. So I'm assuming we laid you on the couch. I'll probably be sleeping on the floor next to you.
Someone's gonna
I'm gonna hurt
tell.
you.
Someone's
Do it.
gonna tell.
Just don't do it on camera, because plausible deniability.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna pull him to the side and do that.
Anyway.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, and since when did Atlas rent a backhoe for the hole he's digging for himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, he
Anyway,
lives in tunnels.
But no, in reality, I would be probably laying down next to Cecile, trying to find probably something to write a note, being like, alarm on door. You have been out for 12 plus hours now. Writes down the time before I.
so yeah, it is more of a panic. Wake up at the 12-hour mark then, because not on same surface means not as much touching. So Cecile is. It depends on whether or not Alyssa wakes up to it.
I
You
don't
remember
have
the
it.
night
Go ahead.
Cecile drank a fuck ton and passed out, and how she woke up that time?
Probably gonna have to refresh me because I don't really remember.
It was a somewhat panic, somewhat. Oh, yeah, for the most part, it was somewhat panic, somewhat like need to attack something, wake up. This is more of a panicked wake up with Alyssa's like name coming out at the same time. Basically, you conk out for like, because at the 10-hour mark was when Kurt kind of stopped by. So 2 hours into you finally trying to sleep is when panic wake up from Cecile happens.
The colors. So, in response to that, Alyssa would probably just shoot up and be like, "Ah, I'm right here. What's going on?" Me?
Which is then followed by Cecile, like, Cecile is still getting her bearings. So it is that, like, freezing seeing you. Like, just touching your face. And then kind of slumping back onto the couch. Like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Not asleep, but just kind of. It's just sitting, not going back to sleep. Before eventually she's just like, "You were dead."
No, I wasn't. I was never dead. It was all a trick.
No, you were dead. And I killed you. That was like rubbing at face, like pushing hands into eyes, like trying that whole like trying to rub whatever she just saw while she was asleep out of her head. Just
Oh. No, it's okay. I'm right here. Kind of gently like rubs her arm. I'm right here. It wasn't real. You were fucking out. You've been out for a while.
yeah.
Or-
I don't like sleeping. Is everybody like? She stops and she's like, "Is everybody okay?"
Everyone is fine. Everyone's okay. I'm a little tired, but other than that, everything is okay.
We're all in a place of inferno. I'm kidding.
No.
Why are you tired?
I was trying to make
Hold on.
sure you'd be okay. So I haven't really slept a whole lot, maybe a couple of hours.
One singular cup of apple cider.
I am tired.
We have apple cider.
Please hold it. Please hold. Small human.
Get rid of all your reds. Fair enough.
But that was 9.
Jesus.
And yet,
I saw you almost knocked him out with that. Hey, guess what, bro? It's red.
Oh, you.
Oh. Nunny? What? 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 No, absolutely not yellow. Yeah, eat it.
When?
Teach him
No.
lessons. Teach him lessons.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry, it's
You're fine. Plus
Team
4.
beam.
It's yellow. Your go. My God.
Did a round of fuck around and find out today. He's trying to ask if he could have some of my homemade apple cider. Discussion. Anyway, yeah, no, Cecile, like I said, Cecile asks
Because now it's green.
why Alyssa is tired.
Because I wanted to make sure you were okay. And I've only been asleep for like 2 hours. So I don't really have any levels of exhaustion other than mentally I'm just kind of shot at the moment because that fight took a lot out of all of us. But I was more worried
So
about
everyone's okay.
yeah, everyone's fine.
Okay, is Alyssa still on the ground?
Yep. I'm on the ground.
But hold it, like rubbing Cecile's arm.
Yeah. Talking, trying to calm her down, trying to help her realize, hey, you're back in reality. It's not a nightmare anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no.
Would I need to roll a check for this?
Would you need it one now?
Cecile just yanks you up onto the couch, wraps an arm around you, and it's just like sleep. It's like almost instantly just starts
Paddle
falling
buddy
back.
acquired.
Alyssa is just gonna be frozen for a second, falls back with Cecile and is like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just
This mumble. You and I are both gonna sleep better this way. Because I'm just gonna wake up with start again in like 2 hours because I'm really not good at this sleeping thing.
well, maybe with me here it'll help. Alyssa kind of just wraps her arm around like this part, like right at the bottom of her page and just kind of cuddles
Back
into her
to sleep.
shoulder. Back to sleep we go. The alarm is on the door, by the way. I put an alarm on the door, so and a note just says just don't. So
That's just don't.
Perfect.
So,
Yeah. And
we'll
clock
be
out
okay for a
for
but I am going to give you a little bit of information before we fall asleep. Depending on how much time passes,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be 4 days for the ritual to be completed. But we do need to rest if we're going to do anything.
Got it. Up in 4 hours. I can do that.
If I can get close to 6, I'll be okay.
Yep. So it was like 4 more hours for you puts you at 6, and that's a bare minimum. Okay, that's fine. Out.
What's for everybody else in the foyer? What's y'all's passive perception?
24.
21.
12.
17.
Oh, Alita.
So Aelita and Amir, there's a moment where like Kirk's head looks towards the two's door, and he kind of like slowly turns back, and you can kind of tell, despite the beak, big old grin forms. Sorry, his passive is 25, so he caught most of what just happened in there.
Kirk will notice Amir just ever so slightly relaxing.
But at the same time, as you are placing items on the table, let me just say, the rolls, y'all lucky I rolled so fucking high. Cool. And so DC, you're going through and identifying everything.
Yes, I am.
When
Cool.
Amir grabs shit, he grabs good shit.
I'm identifying everything and writing it down.
Okay.
And a description, not a description, but an image of what it looks like.
Okay.
'Cause
Well,
it could be
someone
different.
someone would probably want to write down some of these anyway. So just going over the wands first. First one is the Wand of Web. Basically, a wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend no charge to cast Web.
Okay.
And then you got the Wand of Entangle. 7 charges and can use Entangle, the Entangle spell. Here's a fun one. Another wand is the Wand of Paralysis. Seven charges to basically expend a charge to cause a thin blue ray to streak out from the tip towards a creature you can see within 60 feet. DC 15 con save or be paralyzed for a minute. And then the last wand is called the Wand of Secrets. Wand has 3 charges. And if you use a charge, and if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the nearest one to you.
Ooh.
They don't have this item in their hands.
Mm-hmm. So, then we get to the rest of the fun stuff. We have a Potion of Supreme Healing. Which I believe is, 10d4 plus 20.
Who needs potions of healing when you have Aelita?
I mean, yeah.
When you don't have Aelita around.
I mean,
Which is when?
exactly.
The rogue when he does his solo stuff.
Another potion that you having to acquire gets identified as the Potion of Vitality. When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum amount of hit die for any die you spend. Potion's crimson liquid regularly pulsates with a dull light, calling in a mild heartbeat, in mind a heartbeat.
Sandy's face just went, what did you say?
And then,
great.
and then to conclude the potions, 2 vials of Cloud Giant Strength. For 1 hour, it turns your strength score to a 20-fucking-7. People are like,
I
"Oh my
called it
gosh!"
for Alyssa.
The
She
only
needs to grab
one that's better than Cloud is Storm Giant Strength. That turns it to a 29.
Mhm.
But
So,
but Cloud Giant is still pretty damn good.
question: how much would that stack for Alyssa's strength score?
Well, it changes. It doesn't stack. It changes to a 27. So if they're already around that anywhere, there's not going to be a whole lot of bonuses. But for someone who doesn't have a 27 inch strength, that's going to make their attacks go through the roof.
Okay.
Like CC or Hydroon.
Let's not give it to
'Cause,
zippers then.
20,
Okay.
27 makes it a +7? Yeah, +7 or +8.
Please hold.
Yeah, my strength
Currently,
is 16 with +3.
So, yeah, it'll be 27 is +8.
+8.
Due to things we discussed at my current score, I'm at a +8.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll get to that when you guys come out better. So
There's
yeah,
a reason why I asked whether or not a check needed to be made for Cecile to just
grab and pull.
yank. It was gentle. Like I dislocate her arm or any shit.
Okay, so that's it for the potions. Next, we get to the weird stuff. You find a scroll, which gets identified as the 7th level Crown of Stars.
What is stars? Crown?
Crown of Stars.
Oh. Wait, what is that? A scroll?
The scroll.
That one's fun.
7 star-like motes of light appear and orbit around your head until the spell ends. You can use a bonus action to send one of the motes streaking toward one creature or object within 120 feet of you. When you do so, make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 4d12 radiant damage. Whether you hit or miss, the mote is expended. The spend ends early if you expend the last mote. Otherwise, it lasts an hour. If you have 4 or more motes remaining, they shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30. If you have 1 to 3 motes remaining, they shed dim light in a 30-foot radius. So that is that one. And then we get to items. Items are nice, right? Items are good. You see a pair of like goggles, glasses. Not sure how they take their form. But they have crystal lenses, and they're called the Eyes of Minute Seeing.
My brain is just not in good places. Continue.
Crystal lenses fit over your eyes. While wearing them, you can see much better than normal out to a range of 1 foot. You have advantage on intelligence or investigation checks that rely on sight while searching an area or studying an object within that range. So you have to get real close, but still there.
Eyes of Minute Seeing. Nice.
So they're magical readers.
They're basically magical
Yes.
readers, yes. Then we get to another. You get a pair of boots that you pull out of your thing, and they get identified as boots of levitation. Requires attunement. When you wear these boots, you can use an action to cast levitate at will on yourself.
Ooh, so
Cast levitate
they're
on
boots of
yourself.
Chris Angel.
Yeah. Boots of I'm not supposed to touch the floor, but I'm not actually touching the floor. Ha ha ha
Yeah, so boots of Chris Angel.
ha.
Boots of the floor is lava.
Boots
Basically,
of I don't need to make a sound while
Right.
going over leaves.
that too. And now for the second highest roll, I made this turn. You pull out a quiver of 10 arrows. that get identified as arrows of slain.
Oh, hold the fuck up! I already have
That's
one of those.
Ellis's-
Those things are
Ellis's-
fucking intense.
Yeah, whatever you
Nope,
hit
I
with,
think those are Alyssa's.
whatever you hit with it has to make a DC 17 con save, or they take an extra 6d10 or half on the save.
Yeah. Yeah, I only have one. I've been trying to find more. This is incredible. Holy shit.
And Amir snags you
Fucking
10
hell.
more.
Cat just snuck up next to me.
And
That
for
says
the
hello.
so let's just say I rolled high enough
Shit.
on this last roll to be considered a legendary.
Oh.
Plate armor of etherealness
Huh?
is considered heavy plate armor,
Oh.
requires attunement, the legendary item. While you are wearing this armor, you can speak its command word as an action to gain the effect of the etherealness spell, which lasts for 10 minutes or until you remove the armor or use an action to speak the command word again. This property of the armor can't be used again until next dawn. The wearer had, well, because it's heavy armor, disadvantage on stealth checks. But there is one more little caveat about it. If the wearer has a strength score lower than a 15, their speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Oh.
So heavy.
Kind of like
Which
your
is wild
plane
for something called
shifting in-
ethereal plate.
So basically,
agree.
it's kind of like plane shifting through the ethereal.
You step
Well-
onto the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, etherealness is a level 7 spell, lasts 8 hours. Cast on stuff, you
Alyssa
step into the
currently
border.
has access to it as a spell.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering
Has
who in the
access-
party even
Has access to it as an ability, but not nearly to the extent of 8 goddamn hours. But to be able to just speak the command word as an action and just get the spell at will.
I'm
well,
just wondering who even
once a day.
CC do it?
do you have proficiency in heavy armor?
I believe I do.
Artificer
CC might.
Paladin, yes.
I do have proficiency in heavy armor, and my strength is 18.
There are not many party members who that armor.
Your strength is 8. What's your dex?
My dex is 14.
Okay.
He
Yes, I know. I've been
I know.
my
He
character
statted
sheet very
CC
well.
out for swinging a sword, not shooting a gun,
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
which is wild. Maybe talk to the DM and see if you can.
Also, did anybody have unfinished books that they want to use during this really long downtime?
Nyla read the cotton book.
I've
I
already
need to
read
do the
my
religion.
books.
I
Yeah,
still need
Nyla
to read
wants
my
the
religion.
book. Yeah.
Okay. And what does that give you?
It gives me 1 point into the religion check, I believe.
Just one?
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the skill books that we found in that one library. It's not the big ability. It's not the big ability books.
Oh,
No.
We
the
have a
little
couple
pseudo
of
ones.
those.
Yeah.
This is the pseudo skill one. Yeah.
Oh, I think you already read that.
Oh yeah, no, I already read that. Never mind, because my religion would have been 9. That's right.
Because there's already
Now
a
it's
magic bonus on your sheet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on.
Because at this point, you guys pretty much had a pseudo book for every type of skill.
Mhm.
Yeah, mine.
We had quite a stack. We had, I think, at least as many as we have in the party. Maybe a little
Mhm.
short.
Yeah, I think you guys all grabbed at least one.
Can I do something just real quick?
Hmm?
Can I go ahead and take out one of the 4 magic beans that I have. Or no, sorry, one of the 5 magic beans that I have.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and cast myself like a or not detect magic, but I'm gonna use like an Arcana check to see how magical these were, because I don't remember. Exactly if they were like magical or if they were just beans.
Oh, you have the bag of beans.
Yeah.
They are very much magical.
Oh. Okay. Just gonna like take the bag of beans, pop each of them in her hand, kind of stare at them for a bit, kind of look at them before putting them back carefully in the bag. And oh, what do I want to do with them?
Do you even
I
know
could
what
try
they do?
as a player, yes, but in character, no.
Well, you've been watching the Furbolg identify items.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to the Furbold over to pull out the bag of beans again and kind of just give her and be like, Kirk, I got these things.
Not Kirk.
Not
The
Kirk?
Furbolg.
Or Cece.
Cece.
The paladin.
I heard bird cold.
Furbolg.
Furbolg.
I don't
So I
think
go
he has a
to
cold. If anything, it'd be bird flu.
so I go to Cece.
You did not just make that.
Yes, it's a bit.
Oh.
Welcome
I
to
go to
one of the more
CC,
came things that's come through my
hold
head
out the
in
bag of
last
beans and I'm
half hour.
like, so I got these things that I've had on for a while now, but I don't know what exactly I should do with them or what they are. Any thoughts?
Are you asking me to identify said thing?
Yes, if you please.
I will identify them, and I start identifying.
Perma, roll me 3d4.
No, it's good.
Eight.
That's how many beans you have.
It's full of beans.
I've got 8 beans. Dang.
You have 8 beans, and I put that in the notes of the item.
Okay.
So what CC explains to you is that each bean does something random. If you dump the bag's contents out on the ground, they explode at a 10-foot radius, extending from the beans. Each creature in the area, including you, must make a DC 15 dex save or take 5d4 fire damage on a failed save or has as much on a success. Fire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. But
Yeah.
if you remove a bean from the bag, plant it in the dirt or sand, and then water it, the bean produces an effect 1 minute later from the ground where it was planted on a D100 table.
These sure are some magic beans.
I want to at least play it one to see what would happen.
In here?
So,
In your
what
magic,
you're
in,
saying-
You wake us up. Be fucking warned and prepared to fucking run. Jesus Christ!
So you're gonna go out in the garden
Kill
and
it!
plant one in the
Kill
dirt.
it! Oh my god!
Oh, there's a bug.
There's a bug.
There's a bug. That's
I
a
got it.
bug.
I got it.
Nyla,
I know.
Fuck that shit!
Yeah,
you go and do this.
I killed the
You
spider.
I
Hand.
go and do this.
Oh,
I go and do this. I go
No,
outside
it's not.
carefully.
It's on the floor! It's crawling on the floor!
It's dead. I got
Sorry,
it.
guys.
I'm
sorry.
grabbing out one bean, digging it up, and
Thought I
planting it. It's like watering.
Bro, I know.
Roll me a D100.
Oh shit.
Thank you for killing the spider. Do spiders.
Breathe.
It's really fucking.
Oh no.
Dude,
Oh,
you have never
no.
seen me react when there's a house centipede near me. Mm-mm.
I fucked.
Fuck those things. Spiders, house centipede, nope.
No, guys, Timmy's
Badger?
laughing.
Badger?
I fucked.
Oh,
I
no.
fucked. I did something.
Oh no!
no.
Oh, I did something.
Guys, the DM
I
is laughing.
The DM's smirking.
I'm gonna make you re-roll that 100.
Why?
Message me. Message
You're,
me. I want to
you're in
know.
a pocket dimension. This can't work.
No,
said
no,
he
he's
stepped
outside. He
No,
stepped
he's
outside.
outside.
He said he stepped
Oh, you went
the door.
outside?
Yeah,
Yeah, I stepped outside.
open door, planted.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Badger.
I don't think anybody went
Badger,
outside with her.
I did say
Nope.
sleight of hand as soon as I noticed Nyla had that idea. It's like, can I do sleight of hand just to take away the beans? To
If she's
prevent.
focused on them, that might not be. I want to know. One.
Oh no!
I don't want bad things to happen, but at the same time, the chaos gremlin in me wants it. Message me.
Mhm.
I want to know. Yep.
I too am curious.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked.
In other words, you are
Dog,
massively
best, the
fucked.
best song to send.
You are, as they say in Japanese, fucked straight from down to
Okay.
right up to
This
the
is so bad that two people are laughing now.
Oh no.
Oh no. Should I
Uh,
just read what I wrote or what
Nope,
I got?
nope, nope,
Okay.
nope.
Huh?
Somebody share.
Well-
Now
Do it.
you must suffer the
Do it.
consequences of your actions.
What the
Hey,
fuck just happened?
Perma,
Karma.
Yeah.
Perma, roll for initiative.
All right, here we go. Let's fucking do this. Ah,
How long?
25.
Okay, Tim. For the sake of
Let's go. I'm gonna
if-
beat this shit.
if Alyssa and Cecile wake up, how long after the pull up we're going back to sleep did this occur? I'm trying to determine if we're in REM sleep or not.
In order for these, the items were probably identified slowly. So probably the whole identifying items and passing out probably took a couple of hours at least.
Oh, this is so bad.
Oh no.
Okay, so we're probably wait. You said a couple of hours, so past the 10-hour mark
Oh yeah,
or the 12-hour mark.
you're probably at like 12 or 13 hours in.
Well, no. I popped up at the 12.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
how far
So-
past that is
2 hours.
this? Okay, so we're probably in REM.
So
like that
Perma,
would
you
go.
did read what
Probably
it
will
was
make up.
supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you do your thing while. So yeah, it's Nyla walks out the magical door, closes the door behind her. A minute goes by because CC has just explained how the beans work. 2 minutes go by. 3 minutes go by. Nyla hasn't come back inside yet.
At the 3-minute mark, Amir kind of looks to CC and goes, I think you fucked up by handing those back to her.
You a DM.
I believe I have
no.
just messed up.
Hydrun's gonna
something has
walk towards the
happened.
door to see what's to see.
Aelita is going to
Careful.
begrudgingly let her girlfriend off the sofa. Purely because she too is concerned, but she knows Hydrun's probably better apt to deal with Nyla.
So the two of you go to the door.
Yes.
I sent you a DM,
Yeah.
Sammy.
So before that, Nyla, you want to kick off with your first attack?
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go ahead and let's see.
We're just gonna put
I'm
your
gonna
token there
swing.
with this token that they can't see here.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Oh,
try
boy.
and attack with inflict wounds and get close to it.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I want to know?
I'm gonna know now.
26 hit.
It will.
All right, I'm using this as a 9th level spell.
I still think it's cute.
I take 61 points of damage.
I gotta
61
reload my.
points of damage. Pow!
Oh wow.
Okay, out of character, I hear Nyla fighting, then I hear Al go, I still think it's cute.
You don't, because with
Take
this
that, you
magical
ugly
door, while that
beast.
door is closed, you don't hear anything on
No,
the
like
other
I said,
side.
out of character.
Out of
Out of
character.
character.
I think I may have cut out when I said out of character.
Oh,
It's like, no, out of character, I hear Nyla fighting, but I also hear Al saying, I still think it's cute. So in my head, I'm like, what the hell could be going on?
All right. So you get your attack off. It goes for its attack.
I was gonna do a bonus
Probably
action.
fine.
Oh, you got more? Then yeah, go more.
I'm gonna do a bonus action, and give myself bardic inspiration,
Okay.
and then yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay. Cool. Ba ba da ba ba. Does 21 hit you?
Damn it! Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, damn it.
Quit shaking. Why's it gotta be like this? What? Now you don't want to load? There we go. Okay. Oh, it didn't calculate. Okay. Okay. It replies in kind. With 46 damage to you. And as you get to open up, Hydrune swings open the door as you hear this boom. And what had looked like it sprouted up from out of the ground is a boule.
A boule.
Yep.
Is it the
Player
Michael
knows
kind
what
of
a
boule?
boule is. Player knows what a boule is. Does character know?
No. That's Buble.
Probably
There's a
not.
What
I was gonna
Amir
make a different
know?
joke in reference to a Buble.
Anyone who's played Baldur's Gate 3 and went
This
to
is
the
clear.
Underdark has encountered one of these creatures.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. Dark vision, tremor sense. They are like big old sand sharks.
They're
Oh,
living
The
tanks.
description, the description I came across was great. Some sages believe the boule is a result of the Mad Wizard's experiments at crossbreeding snapping turtles and armadillos.
Oh, good God.
But you guys open the door to join the initiative counter with Nyla's turn.
My turn
When do you want me
again,
to
right?
roll?
So cute.
You guys can, if you guys are both jumping in, you guys can roll for initiative now.
Right before the initiative,
dirt shark.
Amir looks over at Hydrune's like, should we?
It's just a dirt shark.
I just like
23 hit.
I at least am.
23 will hit.
Dirt puppy.
All right, 23 with a hit.
Okay,
All
I
right,
guess we're on babysitting detail.
77 points of damage.
I just want to pick him up.
What?
Make it a
So,
She
what
dropped a
happens
nice
is
little
that
inflict.
the door rips open, and Nyla, your magical door reappears, and you see standing in the doorway, shoulder to shoulder, is Hydrune and Amir. But just as they start going to grab weapons, you guys see Nyla smite with an inflict wounds, and the boule plop with eyes rolling back. It did.
Nyla's just gonna like shake her hand a bit and kind of
Poor pet.
breathe, pant heavily, and just look back and be like, "Oh, hey guys."
You
missed the
look
fight.
like you took an attack or two, which is easily seen because these things bite pretty hard.
Amir just shakes his head, turns around, and it's like, oh, this is why I'm not in parties. a
Upon
whole
seeing that,
lot."
Hydrune just turns around. If Amir's not in the way of it, just gonna close the door, walk back to the couch with Aelita.
Yeah.
Oh, Amir will be out of the way.
Just walking back.
Aelita
She's
sees
got
it
it.
almost disappointed. Hydrune just walking back like, okay.
Like, I'm gonna fight. Oh, I guess not. Never mind.
Hydrune will see Aelita shift her book just enough to invite Hydrune back into her personal bubble as she's continuing to read.
Hydrina is
Oh.
basically me after Archer woke me up telling me that Audrina set a fire, and I realized Audrina had taken the thing that was on fire and put it on the grill outside and was shooting it with a super soaker in the backyard.
It's like
Yes, I got
she's
woken
got
up
it.
like that.
It
It was
just
great.
like no, she's got it.
I'm surprised one of you guys didn't run out there to skin it.
I wanted it as a pet, but I'm asleep.
Hydrune's not focused on that. She's just like, what did Nyla get up to? Sees it drop as she opens the door. Yeah, she's got it.
For
Um,
Perma's mindset, that thing is categorized as a large creature, and you
Yeah.
are a gnome, meaning you are a small.
You're on the
two
you are
categories smaller than it.
Oh yeah. No, I have no doubt about that.
Good thing it's dead.
I am gonna, however, take some of the parts of the boulette and just start.
Blech.
You realize you also
Hopefully-
two-shot that thing, right?
She also
Yep.
nuked it with high-level spells.
but there
Like
but
I
unless
said, two-shot.
but unless she rests, there goes 9th and what, an 8th level?
Yep.
Nap time.
which totaled out to 138 points of damage.
Oh
Nyla needs
shit!
to take a nap.
Within 2
Nyla
rounds
needs
of
to take a
combat.
nap.
You do know that this is like after all of the 14 hours that everybody has taken to rest, right? You just burnt your 8th and 9th level spell for the day.
I didn't even think
Oh,
about
no,
that.
I mean, yeah,
Consequences.
if you cast out of combat, then it's fine. But in combat,
That was in
you don't
combat.
have your 8th and 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, like it's basically you just used it in
True.
combat. So
Mhm.
now if we get to combat again, you don't get those. Outside of combat, sure. In combat,
Which is why
nope.
people said, come back in and take a nap.
I mean, Zeal and Alyssa are at least sleeping 2 more hours at this point.
And because of the effect of the door, none of that sound traversed in.
All right, I'm going back inside and just getting at least some sort of sleep.
I'm like, hey, okay.
Amir will kind of look at Kirk and it's like, how do you put up with groups of people for long periods of time?
Adapt or die, my
You
friend. Adapt or
learn
die.
patience.
Amir, you're a military person, right?
No.
No. Oh, that's right. 3 of us are. 3 of us
Organization.
here are, but
I mean,
Takes orders.
I mean, technically, but I'm more of a lone wolf.
He's CIA.
Yeah.
So think my grandfather, but less chaotic.
Exactly.
No, Hydroon is actually asking this from the point of a high-ranking officer, like, you're military, right?
And
After
that's
hearing
No.
Amir ask Kirk.
that's
like-
the response Aelito would have given. Think my
Oh.
grandfather, but less chaotic.
And Amir's
Hmm.
response was, "Why did you just insult me?" I
God,
said it like, "Whoa, dude,
I'm
no."
wondering what Cecile's response would have been to that.
Yeah, so I agree with Kirk. It's adapt or die. But I'm probably looking at it from a different point of view than he is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But Amir also
My groups of
understood.
people are normally a lot larger than.
But Amir also understood what Kirk was trying to tell him, and it's like,
Suck it up.
it's very hard when you spent centuries solo. So it's like,
Mm.
get where you're putting down. I'll get there.
Yep, and adapt or die. You either figure out how to work with the group that you're placed in, or y'all fail.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the gist of it.
Which going back to the
Much
whole,
nicer than Cecile.
yeah. Which going back to the earlier conversation is why he said that he didn't feel like he could sneak away. So he's got to be a little bit more respectful in his departure.
But yeah, so you guys got items figured out. How much longer before the two of you wake up?
Like I said, after pulling Alyssa back in, getting her at least 4 more hours of rest. So at that point, it would be a grand total of 16 for Cecile and 6 for Alyssa to at least get the long rest in.
While they're sleeping, Amir wants to talk with Hydroon and CC about the items. Trying to figure out who might benefit the most from any of them. So they'll be kind of ready to be passed out when everyone's up.
Okay.
I do have everyone's stats, by the way. So me looking at them and being like, this is what they might have. Just like a basics, like a trainer looking at someone, seeing what what they have and what skills they have. The in his book, like written down somewhere, is just like this is what this person has, this is what this person has, this person has.
Threats made to him via Aelita written down on her
Hmm.
page. You
Yes.
shoot me, I shoot back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just threat.
Um,
No.
Yeah. Unless people could use them, the only things I'm seeing that I could use would be Supreme Healing and Boots of Levitation. But if it needs to go to somebody more worthy,
We've got a bunch of Supreme Healing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cecile's got like a handful of them between Alyssa and Nyla.
okay.
DM disappeared. Everyone level up.
No. No.
He totally won't notice.
Never. It's not like he has access to everyone's sheet.
So, one level 20 cleric coming up.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, for Cecile, there was the abrupt wake up at the 12-hour mark and then pulling Alyssa on the couch for another 4 more hours of sleeping. With, I'm using the human as a weighted blanket, more or less.
That makes
That way, if
sense.
Dream wakes her up again, it's like, oh, person
got
is right here and breathing.
Yep, I got
Cool.
you. Cecile's using her human as a weighted blanket. Aelita's using hers as a space heater.
I mean, me the person get used to space heater all the time by my individuals, so I am the furnace in current relationship.
Mm.
But it works
Oh.
great because her thyroid is borked, so she's the AC unit in the summer.
Also, while the downtime is happening and Amir's talking to CC, he's going to help CC draw a map of everything. So, from his perspective and from y'all's perspective.
Are we talking like a repeat of Ghost help draw a map or just explain things?
Repeat of Ghost.
Oh, no.
Ju-
Keep going, sorry. Have you seen the movie Ghost?
I'm not picking up what you're dropping down.
The answer's no. Keep going.
Yeah. No, I was assuming you were talking about the telepathy
Mm-mm.
communication.
Mm-mm. Keep going. We're good.
Okay.
Move on. My brain is. Continue. My brain's on timeout. Continue.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, would not be a movie I'm aware of at all. Okay. But yeah, just making sure that the party knows the maps that I traversed and Amir learns the portions that y'all traversed.
I mean, good chunk of the stuff we traversed in these caves so far is inaccessible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still good info to know. 'Cause if I've yeah. Which would leave only like about a third, if not just slightly under, still unexplored. But that third isn't as important.
Hmm. Oh no, he's still in the bathroom.
Mhm.
So I'll just say this because I know he can hear me. Uh, Tim, how long would it take me, potentially plus CC and Hydroon, to repair my armor from the straps breaking? Can you just think about that number? Because when Cecile went into rage mode, she bulked up so fast that the straps basically broke, and that's how the chest piece and
Yeah,
the
and Hydroon does have proficiency
cruise
with
portion.
Smith tools and that.
I mean, so does Cecile. If she, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
there's
So,
CC
but
that
it's
knows
more
how
of
to
the
in
straps
farm
that broke.
technically, with my lovely trance thing, well, with my what is it? There's some bullshit with me. Please hold.
Hmm.
There's so much more reading involved with being a fighter than there is a barbarian. There's so many things.
Oh, I can hear the chaotic giggling.
It's giggling,
Okay.
giggling.
First image. With the purple, the fairy, and the pottery making. It's so sensual, but it's a cursed image.
Told you my previous
No.
Oh, I cackled. Marco ended up coming to look at me like, dude, you okay?
I missed something.
I'll
Yeah,
explain
you
it to
missed
you when you're
something,
older.
that's for sure.
Oh. Griff,
And-
if you're feeling brave, click the link in the lounge chat.
With that, I'm pretty sure DC didn't spend the last 16 hours drawing, yes?
No, I did not spend this last 16
And
hours
if I
drawing.
recall right, while the sisters were dragging the seal upstairs, somebody else brought in her armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No.
Nyla. Which means it's probably still in the foyer where people could tell that it's broken and could have maybe repaired the armor before the seal wakens.
Yes, I would do that. I will very much I would very much be like looking at it like, hey, this is broken. I'll fix it for her.
So yeah,
Someone
between
CC in the tail.
CC and Hydroon, you guys kind of sit there and go, oh, easy fix, and pulls out scraps, because I know Hydroon has scraps of material from other salvages.
Yeah, I still have some scrap in my bag.
Yeah, so replacing buckles or forging buckles and replacing straps, pretty much easy peasy.
Oh yeah.
So within the 16 hours, I'm guessing at some point, CC's drawing, ADD kicks over, looks at the armor, goes back to drawing, ADD looks back. You know, I could fix that in about like 3 seconds, right? And Hydroon's staring from like across the room going, you want help out with that? Yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah, just like the ADHD, like
Picks up the armor, goes into the workshop.
Let her wake up to something good she doesn't have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. And probably CC will probably have the pieces that fell off sitting on the couch next to him, probably.
yes, just sitting there, not even putting my feet up on the couch anymore. Just
My leg still hurts from last time. I think since
Yeah.
some hairs a little bit, but
Yeah, just a little singe and just a little burn mark, and that's about it. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
But all right.
So, and then I guess the other question would be, Alyssa stated that she was helping Cecile clean up a bit, but then Cecile came back and passed the fuck out. So, how clean is she when she wakes up?
No one necessarily dunked you in a bath, so probably still a little muddy,
Grimy.
grimy, probably a little bloodied. Actually, with your HP, you probably got quite a bit of bloodied.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of it's my blood, some of it's party members' blood. And mud.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So given 16 hours, a lot of oxidization, you're probably looking at a lot of brown gunk.
hmm,
But thankfully, the mansion comes with bathhouse.
The armor is no longer gunk.
Mm.
It has been washed.
And it would be sitting neatly right outside the door, just next to it.
Yes.
but is there a bathhouse or does the rooms have their own baths? 'Cause I
I don't
that
know,
was up
Firma.
Does each room have its own bath area?
Yeah.
Or is there a communal? Okay.
Each bedroom is designed fit for the party's
for in
style or
Cecile's room.
interest.
For in
So
Cecile's room,
that would
there is a
mean
very large bath.
it would also depended on what people would want. So that means they would also have bathrooms, toiletries, and they would also have their own very own version of a kitchen kind of thing if they want to be alone.
Yeah, no. If we're in Cecile's room, there's absolutely a large bath because when you got to spend 4 hours figuring out what to do while your party members are asleep, might as well be comfy.
Right?
So, at
As
the
soon as you walk into
16 oh no, like so before Jesus. Oh.
Teaching lessons.
Who
Teach them
was
lessons.
who was who was the fool that needs to pay when everyone else is there next week?
Sammy's got a handful of cards. Quite literally. He's still counting.
40.
44?
Mhm.
44.
43.
43. Wow.
Yeah.
They were not kind to
Oh,
you.
no, I was lip reading. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, so before Cecile even leaves the room, there's that mental clock because when we woke up, it was like Alyssa was like, I've been asleep 2 hours. So Cecile went, oh, I can set a mental clock for 4 hours. That's what I usually do for my rests. That's fine. Mental clock made. So 4-hour mark happens.
I will say if Badger allows it, since the rooms are fitted for like example, if you are more like a fighter or barbarian, they would also in the room would cost a training dummy for you to practice on.
No. Mm-mm.
So and that's what I'm saying is like
that's later me. No, Cecile. So at that 16-hour total mark, wakes up. Kind of, it's like, okay. Human unjust, human alive, human good. And then there's the poke awake of Alyssa. Enough to be like, I don't know about you, but I need shower, bath, whatever the fuck. I am gross. Like shimmying out from under Alyssa a bit if Alyssa's still EP. But it's that like
2 more hours.
Oh no, I got you at 6. So this isn't even happening until you've been asleep for 6 total.
Which
So
is
it's up
long
to-
enough for a long rest.
It's
So
up
I'll,
to
I'll,
Alyssa.
I'll, I'll probably wake up, be a little groggy, but I'll probably wake up too and just be like, what's going on? What's
I'm
happening?
sleeping. No. It's been another 4, so you've been conked out for 6. I am gonna go wash because I'm covered in mud and blood and whatever.
Looks itself. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. Shut up. Where did my phone go?
I'm waiting to see it. I'm just waiting to see it.
We're all waiting to see it.
Anyway, yeah. Cecile just gets up, starts disrobing, and is like, "You can
I
join
asked
me
you
if
this
you want."
3 fucking times now, and you wouldn't listen to me. What?
No, Cecile gets up, starts stripping on the way to the bathtub area of the room. Is like, "You can join me if you want. You've seen me naked before. It doesn't matter." And just goes, and it's like, "Need to get clean." There's noticeably like as far amazing.
10
Let him
points
bring-
to Gryffindor.
He
I'm reading a
flew
little bit.
all the way from his country just to do that.
Yep. Yeah. So no, I'll note that Cecile's room, if the rooms are made to the person's preferences, there is no door between the bath section and the rest of the room because I've been around for I don't know how many centuries. So at this point in her life,
Your
Cecile's
room's a
like,
giant studio. Everything's
Yeah,
within
okay.
plain sight of
there's
everything
some
else.
walls. But yeah, and just stripping and walking towards where it can get clean and putting clothing where they know that the servants will pick it up and go make it not covered in blood and dirt.
Face bright. Fucking.
Cecile doesn't see. Cecile just
The modesty is out the window as she's just walking slowly, just
Well,
rips off
there was
sleeve, rips off
Melandrox
shirt.
place with the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Remember, there was the bathhouse area at Melandrox came
Yeah.
in? And
Yeah, I
Cecile's just
remember.
meh.
See,
Don't care.
it just reminds me of the comic strip art that someone did for a fan made for Vi and Caitlyn, where Caitlyn walked to the bathroom and said, "Care to join me?" And you just see Vi's face just go,
Oh, it's
okay.
not a specific request. It
No,
is
no.
the door's open.
No, I got one more than
okay.
that. It's a
Okay, wait.
Vax Percy scene. Okay.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's nice.
With Alyssa popping up after a few seconds. Anywho.
Yeah. Wait for me. Okay, hold on.
Good.
Proceeds to do the same exact thing.
And eventually.
Yeah,
we
I
come out of the
remember.
room
I
clean.
remember when we
and
went to the bathhouse. I remembered
Mhm.
that. So yeah, we
You already
we
know
need
Cecile
before.
gives no fucks. Cecile could be naked in front of the party and not care. More than likely. But it doesn't, because understands other party members not as I don't know if it's an elf thing or what, but
Oh no, with the lack of modesty, it would be Cecile who's vexed
mm-hmm.
popping up.
Mhm.
Hydrune would be Vax.
You can.
Alyssa would be Percy.
Oh god.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. But no, eventually we exit the room clean.
So yeah. At some point,
Being
yeah,
clean
you
clothes.
see the ethereal spiritual servants kind of swoop in. They can kind of just fly through. The alarm on a door? Nope. They just swoop in, they grab the armor, they
They're not real
whoop it
people.
out.
Well, the clothing. Armor was with other people.
But the
The
clothing,
servants
they
know
go
not to touch Cecile's armor.
they go and give it probably the best washing of its entirety.
Mm-hmm.
Brings it back. By the time you're done with your bath, it's all clean and folded on the couch.
Yep.
Or on the bed.
It's no, it's the same color.
It's the same color. So it's just
Yeah.
switching up the
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
Mhm.
armor's outside the door, and like a
And then we-
line of like feet, shin, like full on body look, but the armor's laid out.
All
Yeah.
right.
Like it looks
there's-
like a full
there's
body.
Probably to the rest of the party eventually. Its door opens. I will say Cecile hesitates leaving the room. Because still remembers, like, smacked the shit out of Amir. Didn't manage to hit other people, which is good, but smacked Alyssa into Alita
Okay.
more than once. I think I did it a grand total of 4 times.
Swung, clung, clung, clung. Stop making me a pancake.
But do
Yeah,
you do
something like that.
intend eventually leave the room on your own?
Yeah, but it's hesitating. Like, it is very much the, like, door opens, sees fixed, clean armor next to the door, outside the door.
Yep, you open the door just a little bit, enough that you can kind of see through the crack, and you see your armor fixed and cleaned and ready to go.
And then
Not to your level of clean, but still clean.
That's why we
Yeah,
got prestidigitation. It cleans all the hard to reach places.
magic users. Nope. Nope.
What?
mm-mm. Moving on.
You open the door the rest of the way?
There's definitely a hesitation at the top landing, looking at, looking at Alyssa. Who's currently dying. And basically looking at Alyssa and be like, are they mad? I'll let her recover. Or did Emsel finally, like, destroy Atlas?
Probably.
If he's not sitting there going, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep,
There's-
I don't know what he's going to do.
There's so basically describing, Cecile hesitates leaving the room and looks at Alyssa and is like, are they mad at me?
Nobody blames you. We understand. We understood immediately what was happening. We realized everything. You are okay. We are okay. Everything is okay. I promise. Plus, if anybody has anything to say, I'll take care of it. But as a general, yeah, that's what you get. As a general,
20,
um,
21, 22.
no one is upset with you.
Say so. Time to face the music and go downstairs.
I will
So
go
you
with
open up.
30.
I'm going with you.
So as soon as you open up the door the rest of the way, standing up on the second floor where all the rooms are, leaning over the balcony, looking at everybody down below, is Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he looks over, sees you slowly stepping out, and he just, good to see you're awake.
Good to see you not gagged. I don't.
Yeah, having a tongue has its perks. Score one for Badger. And this is a great place to end it for tonight. So this is where we're going to end for tonight. We're going to pause here. We'll pick up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We'll pick up in about a week.
You
Give or
had to
take.
start with, it's good to see you not gagged. Yeah, having a tongue has its two naked ladies went and showered together. Are you fucking serious right now?
So while everyone's cackling to death, I'm gonna say goodnight to Kiki YouTube. We'll see you guys in about a week, and maybe this will end in about 20 minutes. We don't know yet, but we'll find out. Until then, good night. Bye.